So a few weeks ago, I asked you all what kind of crochet patterns you'd like to see next from me that are inspired by films, books, or TV shows. And coming in second place was Harry Potter. I know for me, it's one of my favorite childhood nostalgic books that was turned into films. And it took me a few weeks to come up with this list because there's so many different crochet patterns out there inspired by Harry Potter. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing 40 Harry Potter crochet patterns to make. And I'll be separating all these patterns into 5 different categories: accessories, sweaters, granny squares, amigurumi, and home decor. And as always, you can find all the exact links to all of these patterns on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. But first, can you believe that over 85% of you all watching these videos are actually not subscribed? So if you enjoy any of these videos from me, please consider subscribing and joining me back each week for more crochet inspiration. Alright, so grab your wands, hooks, and maybe a cup of butterbeer, and let's get started with some crochet accessories. First is this wand by Crochetverse. I love how detailed this piece is. It doesn't take a lot of yarn to make and is 11 inches tall. It's intermediate because it requires a bit of stitch counting, and the special stitches used for this one are the single crochet back post and the single crochet decrease. And this one is a free pattern on their blog. And I also liked this acceptance letter crossbody bag, and the pattern is by Marantha Anoyu, but this pattern is featured on the Craft Bits blog as a free pattern. I love the details on this one, even down to the wax seal closure. It measures 10 inches by 8 inches or 25.5 centimeters by 20 centimeters. The color work rows are worked on the right side, and the strap is created using the Romanian cord technique. And this one is a tapestry crochet chart and also has written out instructions if you prefer that. Next is this Hogwarts messenger bag by Mr. Bob Finn. This one is beginner friendly to make and is more of a make with me video than a tutorial. They have the pattern for the messenger bag on their website, but then used a Harry Potter patch from each Hogwarts house. And I believe they used Bernat Maker yarn or something similar, which is great to use to make bags as it's really sturdy. And this one is a video tutorial on their YouTube channel. Or make these Hogwarts house inspired bookmarks by Left in Knots. This pattern is beginner friendly as it only uses the single crochet and just needs a bit of color changing for the different rows. The bookmark measures 7 inches wide and it's a free pattern on their blog. And this is a perfect way to keep your plays while rereading all of the books. I also loved this Luna Lovegood tote by My Poppet. This one is inspired by Luna Lovegood's iconic outfit from the 6th movie, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This one is perfect to make if you're going to be her for Halloween, but it's also a practical make and it can just be used as a bag without screaming Harry Potter. The bag measures 27 by 27 centimeters or 10.5 by 10.5 inches, and the strap is 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches wide, and the strap length is 84 centimeters or 33 inches. And this one is a beginner-friendly tutorial on their blog. The Harry Potter scarf by Cute Crochet is also fun to make. It's inspired by the first 2 Harry Potter movies and is absolutely beginner friendly to make. You just use double crochet for the whole scarf and then put that patch on. And this one is available on their YouTube channel as a video tutorial. And it's really simple and easy to change up the different colors for whichever Hogwarts house you'd like. I also loved this butterbeer cork necklace of Luna Lovegoods, but in crochet form by Trisha L. Richardson. It's definitely going to keep away any nargles. It's quick and easy to whip up and doesn't use much yarn, and you can definitely use scrap yarn for this one. And I liked how creative this one is, and it's a free pattern in their Ravelry. Next is another knit 2 crochet adaptation of the hat Hermione wore to Godric's Hollow in Deathly Hallows Part 1. This one is intermediate level to make, I'd say, and measures 20.5 inches or 52 centimeters, and it also stretches. And this pattern is from a book called Crochet Wizardry and has a lot of different makes that are on this list and so many more crochet patterns in it, so it definitely seems like a must-have if you're a Harry Potter fan and crocheter. Next is this Harry Potter inspired hat by Kirsten Redfield Crafts. This one is beginner friendly and is worked from top center down, so it's really easy to adjust. And this one is a YouTube video tutorial on their channel. Or make the sorting hat by Crafty is Cool, which is inspired by the hat that decides what Hogwarts house you'll be in. It's beginner friendly to make and would work up quite quickly as it's made with super bulky yarn, and you can also double up on worsted yarn for this one. The pattern is worked into unjoined spirals and uses basic stitches as well as fiberfill and brown felt. And this one is a free pattern on their blog. I also love this bag of Hermione's in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows that she carries all of their supplies that Ron, Harry, and her need while hunting for Horcruxes. It measures 20 centimeters tall, and this one's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Now I'll share some Harry Potter inspired sweaters. First is this iconic cardigan that Mrs. Weasley wears in her first scene in the Chamber of Secrets. It's so whimsical and fun to make, and this pattern is by Roberta Makes and is intermediate to advanced level to create. I love the addition of the pom-poms and plaited ties that she added. And this one is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. You could also crochet the iconic Weasley Christmas sweater from the first film Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone if you're in the US. Here is a pattern by Knit with Collie. It's beginner friendly to make and uses basic stitches as well as a bit of shaping for the sleeves and neckline, and some color changing for the initial. And this one is a free tutorial on her channel. This next one is another iconic sweater, which is Hermione's sweater from the Room of Requirements from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It does seem intermediate level to make with the color work, but it's detailed and might take a bit of time to complete. And this one is also available in the Harry Potter Crochet Wizardry book. If only you could use your wand to whip it up quicker. Here's another Luna Lovegood make, which is her cardigan from Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. The special stitches used here are the 90-degree increase and picot and fishnet mesh stitch. And to make it, you make the body, then the sleeves and the button. And this one is free on the Leaky Cauldron website. I also love this blue Luna Lovegood sweater, and I couldn't find an exact pattern inspired by it, but I thought that this brioche cardigan by Crochet with Carrie was similar minus the buttons and tie and collar. It's a bit different, but if you crochet it in that gorgeous teal color and add those things, it might be similar, or you could just stick to her gorgeous design and just change the color to make it similar to Luna's. And this one is available for free on her blog. Now I'll share some granny square patterns. This one is really creative. It's a Mandrake Granny Square by Corelli Crafts. It measures 4.75 inches and is beginner friendly to make. And you definitely won't need earmuffs for these mandrakes, and it's available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Or make this Deathly Hallows Granny Square by Variance. It measures 4 inches or 10 centimeters, and this one is available in their Etsy shop. I also like this platform 9 3/4 Granny Square by Bees Canvas. This one uses the mosaic crochet technique to make, and it's available on a YouTube video tutorial on their channel. And this next one uses 80 different granny squares to be exact, which make up Ronald Weasley's blanket as seen in the movies The Prisoner of Azkaban, The Goblet of Fire, and The Order of the Phoenix. I love how detailed this pattern is. It only uses the single crochet stitch, and each square measures 7 inches. And this one is free on their blog. Or make this Owl Granny Square by Maria's Blue Crown. It uses basic stitches and then safety eyes, and I thought that if you make it in a cream yarn, it could definitely be Hedwig. And this one's free on their blog. I also love this Snitch Granny Square by Corelli Crafts. It measures 4.75 inches and is beginner friendly to make, and this one's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. And also, if you're enjoying this video so far, I wanted to remind you to please give it a like so that I know you're enjoying it. And now let's continue with some amigurumi patterns. First is this Luna Lovegood by Daisy and Storm. Depending on what hook size and yarn weight you use, it'll make a doll that's either 28 centimeters, 30 centimeters, or 20 centimeters. And this one uses basic stitches to make, and it's available for free on their blog. Here is another Luna. This one is inspired by her appearance in Order of the Phoenix, and it's a paid pattern in their online shop. It includes the doll's body, robe, clothes, dirigible plum earrings, and vest. And I really liked the details on this one, as well as that Ravenclaw uniform. Or make this fun Ronald Weasley rag doll by Spin a Yarn Crochet. It measures 24 centimeters or 9.5 inches and incorporates the tapestry method and a fair bit of sewing, which is good to keep in mind. And I really liked how this collection includes a Harry, Hermione, Draco, and a Dobby pattern, and it's available for free on their blog. Or make this Harry Amigurumi doll by Daisy and Storm. You can also make this one to be either 20 centimeters, 28 centimeters, or 30 centimeters tall, depending on the yarn weight and hook size that you use. And I loved the little eyeglass details and the scar and cloak and the scarf details. And this one is free on their blog post. I also love this Lord Voldemort ragdoll by Spin Yarn Crochet. It measures 25 centimeters or 10 inches, and they made a Mad Eye Moody, Professor McGonagall, Snape, Hagrid, and Dumbledore as well, so it'd be so fun to make a whole collection of these. And all of them are available for free on their blog. This Hippogriff by the Witch Cabin is also a great one to make. I liked how creative this one is, and this one's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Or make this Hedwig plushie by Twin Peak Knits. This one is very detailed, and I love the little scarf, and it's made with bulky yarn, so it definitely work up quite quickly. And this one is a free pattern on their YouTube channel. This Hermione Granger by Lanas y Ovios is also a great one. I loved all of the details, and it's a written pattern as well as a video tutorial on their YouTube channel. And I just really loved all the little details with this one. Alright, now I'll share some home decor patterns with you. First is this Mischief Managed Tapestry by Naughty Dog Patterns. It has a tapestry chart to help make it and written instructions, so you do need to be familiar with the tapestry method to make it. And this one is a paid pattern in their online shop. Or make this Marauders Inspired Blanket by Kim81 Crafts. It also uses a graph to make it and written instructions, and the final size for this one also depends on the yarn weight and hook size that you use with it. This one's also a paid pattern in their shop. This next one is perfect to make with Christmas coming up. It's these Weasley family Christmas sweaters as ornaments. They're quick and easy to whip up, and you can use scrap yarn to make them, and they're available for free on their blog. And I thought that these would be so fun to make with everyone in the family and customize it with their initials. I also loved this Deathly Hallows pillow by Maloran. They're made using the Intarsia crochet method and would be intermediate to make as such. And you should be ready to read a chart to make it. This one is also a fun one if you love Quidditch. It's a snitch baby blanket. You make the blanket first, then the snitch, and sew it to the middle of the blanket. And this one is a beginner-friendly pattern and free on their blog. Or make this Harry Potter blanket by Comfy Creation. It uses the tapestry crochet method to make, and you can use whatever stitch you'd like for this one, which will determine the size. And this one is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Or make the Snitch blanket by Craft Gossip. I love the color choice for this blanket, and it does use a bit of color work and the bobble stitch to make it. The size for this one is super customizable, and it's a free pattern on their blog. I also liked this Hogwarts Crest blanket by Fiber Frogs. You can also make it into a tapestry as well. It's a corner to corner or tapestry chart, and when made with worsted yarn, it makes a panel that's 21 by 27 inches, and the stitch count is 80 by 111 rows. And this one is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Or make this fun Hogwarts House Ghosts corner to corner tapestry. There's one for each house. There's a nearly headless Nick, the Bloody Baron, the Fat Friar, and the Grey Lady. And there's also a bonus Moaning Myrtle as well, which wasn't a house ghost technically, but she was so important in the Chamber of Secrets. You could also turn each of these blocks into a pillow, and they're free patterns on their blog. I also love this crochet blanket by Cut Off Crafts. It has all sorts of magical things from mandrakes to the night bus to Mischief Managed, of course. It measures 5.5 by 4.25 feet and uses a bit of color work to make it. And this one is available as a paid pattern in their website. Well, what did you think of my collection of Harry Potter inspired crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and also don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to join me each week for more crochet inspiration, tutorials, and fiber art vlogs. Also, subscribe to my newsletter if you want freebies occasionally, as well as patterns sent to your inbox. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.